Okay, I want to prove to you guys that metal ships such as aircraft carriers, oil tankers, any kind of mega structure that's floating in the ocean does affect the Earth's core. And to give you guys a little experiment is very simple. This is a paper clip made of metal, and this is a magnet. Just like a magnetic core of the Earth is this right here as an example, and this is, just think of it as your regular compass. So you know that your compass is affected by the magnetic core because the needle moves, right? There you go. So we have that taken care of as proof that the metal magnet in the Earth's core affects the needle in your compass. We know that for sure now. We know that the ships in the ocean, all the mega structures in the ocean, are made of metal, including trains and aircraft and basically train systems and metal ships like aircraft carriers, oil tankers, all kinds of metal structures, including the ones that carry a cargo, also made of steel. So all these mega structures made of steel, which they produce every year, and new ones are coming up every year, and they've been doing it for the last 200 years. All these mega structures of metal ships do affect the metal core. And this is the a magnet as a metal core. So the ships, we have probably millions of them in the world now, and every year is we're adding more and more and more. So we have a lot of metal ships in the world, and as a compass is affected by a magnet, which is in this case is the magnetic core as well. Also, if there's a lot of steel, it also affects the inside. So let's say this is a ship, but not just a ship. Let's say this is many ships in the world, and see how it gets attracted. Boom, there you go. That is a proof 100% to you that metal ships do affect the magnetic core, and the magnetic core affects the ships. Not as individually, but in this case because there's so many in the world. So more likely the ship will affect the inside of the core. Okay? So if you're going in the ocean and all these ships around the world are moving, they're creating a force. So it does affect the magnetic core. It's like imagine pushing or tugging. In this case, the flow of magnetic core in the Earth, and you got all these metal ships. Each one affects the Earth as a single entity. One of them may not do a lot of damage or may not affect the core, but if you combine them all in the world's shipping industry and the trains, if you combine them all as one, it does affect the magnetic core. It causes minor wobble, pole shifts, all that kind of stuff. And we know the ship's got gravity as well. So yes, this is proof that metal ships do affect the magnetic core. And I don't care what any kind of scientist tells you. The fact is here. Boom. 100 proof right there. That's a ship. This is the magnetic core. There you go. You cannot deny it. It's a fact. It's proof right there. Anybody knows that. I mean, you look at your compass. Needle's made of metal. And yet, it's affected by the magnetic core of the Earth. And the needle is so small, and yet it's affected. Imagine a ship, aircraft carrier, so massive, and it just shows you that in fact it does affect the Earth's magnetic core. All these ships floating around and trains, it affects them. So hopefully you guys now can see that.